Does he know which buttons to push? Hello, I want to point out things that Ken the Stout does. He owes it all to Doug Betts, including being confused and not knowing what he is doing.
The following is a public service announcement. Ken, king of the golf course, watch out for that hole. Watch out for that hole. Ken, king of the golf course, watch out for that hole. Ah! Kids, don't try this at home. Take it from an expert. Take it from a non-expert of 3.5 milliseconds of experience. It hurts! By the way, this was not the hole I fell in at the fairground.
From Oceanside, California, Tony Wallow. From New York, OneFish26. From Cocoa, Florida, William Dawson.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to August 19th, 2023. Ken Stout Live with the Zoom Homies. The Zoom Homies with Ken Stout Live. I am still here, actually, and I am still live. So, welcome in William Dawson, Jeff, Ryman, Greg, Guy, Sam, Rich, who got a new camera, it looks like, and Alex Cheek. I'm going to go unmute you guys so that Zoom goes out over the airways. And if everybody would like to say hi to YouTube, I would appreciate it.
Hello, world.
Hi, everyone.
I'm taking a nap. Don't bother me.
What I should be doing. I played golf this afternoon, but yeah, it looked like according to the mixer, it went out, and Tony says, oh, so we are good. Long Dog says he likes the alien guy, starting to be attached to him. Tony Wallow was first this afternoon at 3:14, followed by OneFish26. And yes, I know the YouTube thing today was just horrible. I was experimenting with a couple things, and I ran out of time to fix it. So I got it to where it looked presentable somewhat. And that's why it is what it is. Darren Gilholm was here. William was third. John Oy Sr. said he's here. He said, I are here. He's a pirate. He are here. Happy Saturday. Jeff Ryman says, good evening from Las Vegas, which we all know the joke behind that. Rick Lake says hello, and Long Dog says he be here. Until the start of the show, we'll be watching something else. Oh, Anthony, Brian, Logan. Okay. Alex, you do a great job of keeping this sharp. With Alex with all the technical Now, what happened to Alex? He was here a while ago, and I guess he left.
Probably eating again.
Yeah, it's a possibility. I don't know. He had his family reunion today. I would think he got enough food at the family reunion. Yeah, that's close enough. I'm boxed in right now. I brought the green screen in and moved the old desk around. I'm going to switch my audio here, or my audio. I'm going to switch my background. He leave? Or somebody put him in the waiting room?
No, he left.
He left.
Oh, did he? Well, fine. I'll go with that one. I'll go with that one. I'll go with that one. I don't know. Let's go with that one. I'll go with that one. I like that one. That was one of my better little projects that worked out. Let me close that. And all right. How was everybody's Saturday? I saw a few people over on Doug's this afternoon before I departed. Left. I didn't depart. I left.
Yeah,
Oh, Jeff found a new Asian place to get his haircut. That looks like an old high and tight. Shall we tell him he's muted?
Found a new place I'd been going since 2016 closed. Part of a
Nope.
chain, but they weren't getting any business,
Huh.
or not much
That's-
business. So I found one near that place I ordered some stuff for you one time.
Yep, I got your. Unfortunately, I did not get any mess. Well, I turned the phone on.
Well, I mean, it's
Mute.
not that far away.
Okay. I will get with you on that. And I
If you
appreciate
ever
it.
need anything else, and the finder's fee is fairly reasonable.
I was sitting here messing around in DaVinci towards the end of Doug, and I kind of watched about a minute and a half of Carrie, and then I'm just messing around trying to figure a couple things
Yeah,
out.
I was going to watch a little more, but then I needed to get this haircut, and so thought I would just go and try it. It's raining off and
Really?
on.
Still raining?
It hasn't rained as heavy as it did the last couple of days, but we're
Have you-
getting enough. I don't need to keep the sprinklers on for a while.
Have you gotten the brunt of the storm, or you think there's going to be more later on?
I think there's going to be more, but they've taken 2 days of rain off the tail end of the forecast.
Oh, okay.
So we're saying tomorrow and Monday, have some more. I mean, this is monsoon season, as they euphemistically call it here anyway.
Right.
The hurricane is intensifying what we get. I'm gonna
I
put
read
up-
somewhere where they've already started to downgrade that a little bit.
Yep. I'm gonna stick up my avatar while I eat here, so. Eating leftovers from El Pollo Loco.
That sounds good, actually.
Well, I get
I'm already
coupons,
back.
flyers in the mail, usually, and
Yeah, that's what we do. We use the flyers.
I got a $10 meal for two, and it's gonna have lasted me 2.5 nights, so. Not bad.
And I'll share this later on tonight. Got an interesting friends request today. All right. So, hope everybody had a good Saturday. I may have said that already. I am relatively forgetful.
Did yard work.
I did that yesterday. So here's weirdness, oddity, crazy, whatever you want to label it. I play golf on Tuesday. I walk 18 holes of golf on Tuesday. No leg cramps Tuesday night. We go to the fair on Wednesday. We walk around the fair all day long. No leg cramps Wednesday night. I play golf on Thursday. No cramps on Thursday night. I cut the lawn last night. I had cramps all night last night and this morning. Figure
Psychological.
that out. Oh, it ain't psychological. It ain't psychological. They were cramps. Trust me.
Well, no, but you're trying to give yourself a reason not to mow the yard.
No, I have no qualms mowing the yard. It's just you would think
Yeah.
that. I mean, my
Yeah.
yard is not near. My yard probably isn't 1/3 of the front nine. It ain't even 1/3. It's probably 1/32 of the front nine. Really small. Maybe the pushing the mower and the up. I've got a
Yeah.
relatively, as you guys have seen, the front yard. I can ski down the driveway. I don't know.
I mean, I'm
So
gonna
today-
need to mow now.
Do what?
I'm gonna need to mow with the normal lack of rain in the summer. I only need to go out and touch mine up about every week and a half to 2 weeks. And it's only a week since I did something. And with all this rain, the grass is about 2.5 inches tall now.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I mean, gonna
As soon as
grow.
it dries out, I'm gonna have to get on it.
Well, we got one tropical depression at least out before the Bahamas, the Dominican Republic.
We don't have rain predicted, and I'm gonna put my avatar up while I check this. Last I looked, we don't have rain predicted at least for 10 days. We are going to be in the high 90s, and by high 90s, I mean 98, 99, 97.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow 92, Monday 93, Tuesday 93, Wednesday 97. Oh, Thursday has been revised to 101. Not playing golf Thursday, Friday 95, Saturday 85. Oh, such a cool down, 16 degrees. Woo, I'll be out there in my. Oh wait, I wore short pants anyway. Yeah, I don't think there'll be much golf played next week. Not with that kind of heat. I have to wait and see. So, since you guys are all
You are not
wondering,
alone. We're going to be the same way.
you're not playing golf next week?
No, you're not going to be alone in the fact that it's going to be over 100 degrees at least almost every day next week. I think the highest temperature is like 105 or something like that.
Well, with the coastal weather moving in, our high tomorrow is supposed to be 78 in Vegas, Ken. In August.
That'd be nice. Yeah, I'd take 78 anytime.
Yep.
Let's make
Absolutely.
sure it gets a date right here. So no warm up today on the golf course. I talked Mrs. K into going early so I could be at the course as quickly as I could be. We played the back 9, and I opened up with a par, 170 yards par. Man, this is gonna be a good game. I'm stoked. The very next hole, which is across the lake, my favorite hole, 7. The very next hole, back across the lake, 6. The very next hole, which I actually like the 13th hole, the way that it's laid out, all you got to do is hit the top of the hill and the ball will roll to the green. I hit it about 15 yards. Ended up with a 5. Then 2 4s.
May one ask on the water hole, did you hit the water?
No, I cleared the water both times. No,
Okay.
That's the only good news out of all that. That when we play them as par 4s. The highlight, I got 2 pars. The highlight of the day came on 178 yards. I hit the ball about 15 yards away. My first pitch shot went to about 10 feet away from the green. And as I walked up, I turned to him and I said, I'm going to chip this in for par. And I'll be doggone if I did not chip that in for par. I wish I'd have had a camera because the expression on his face, and it was luck. There was no talent with that whatsoever. It was sheer luck. But I hit it just right, and it rolled, and it hit the hole and plopped right in there. So it was a good round. I won by 6. Good round. Really good round. We had a lot of fun. So hopefully if we do get to play next week, I can expand on some of the things I've been thinking about and working on. I did figure my handicap this morning. My handicap on the course today we played is 21. Jake's is 28. So even though I won by 6 today, if we factor in our handicaps, I actually lost by 2. Because I've got, oh no, wait a minute. I lost by 1. He 20, I'm 21. Yeah, that's 7. So he would have won by 1. But we don't play our handicaps. My brother's handicap is 29, and on that course, my handicap is 19. It varies course to course. Mm-hmm. So if I beat my brother by 4 or 5 strokes, I'm still actually losing if we factor in the handicap. So it's nice to know, but I'm never going to say, hey, you want to play handicaps today? Because I'd automatically be in the hole with both of them. So
let me ask you a question about golf here. Is your handicap the difference between what you would need to make par and what you're playing?
Yeah, it's an adjustment to get you back as close to par as you can. What it's supposed to do is level the playing field.
Right.
So like if I was playing Tiger Woods, I might come close to beating him. Not. Even with my 19 and 21 handicap, I still wouldn't come close to beating Tiger Woods. I mean, that's crazy. And then they actually make a handicap calculator. All you got to do is plug the numbers in, and it figures it all out for you. So that's because last night I was sitting here trying to do it after reading the formula, and I was like, nope, this cannot be right. So I went and found an actual handicap calculator, bookmarked it, and that way after I play, I can update my handicap. Putter was good today. Yes, Alex?
I got some good news for the past 2 bulletins. And since the preacher sent it to my mom has officially started doing the bulletins in Microsoft Word now.
What was she using before?
Print Artist and Print Shop, the 2 crappiest pieces of software on the planet.
Okay.
even though the print shop is newer and it's supposedly designed for Windows 10, on both of our computers, mine and hers, it's the slowest piece of crap ever. Like when you go to print, it takes like forever to render the project, and it's only one page, and that's with an i5 with 16 gigs of RAM, and it's just as slow on my computer.
Alice, I thought there wasn't nothing wrong with your computer.
The software's slow on my computer and on her computer.
It's on your computer. It's on your computer.
No, the software is just as slow on my computer as it is on her computer, so therefore it's the software. It's only that piece of software that is.
Well, I will say
two pieces of software that is slow.
Yeah, print shop is so old that I doubt it's really been rewritten for modern computers. They probably just hacked it enough to make it barely work.
BH Ringer says, good evening to me and the Zoom homies. Good evening to BH. Good to see him in chat.
It's definitely not like Microsoft Office or Firefox or Google Chrome or whatever, where it's getting updated literally every week or every month. Or
well, how old is it? Just out of curiosity.
I can remember running print shop on DOS.
The version that me and her recently bought, I say recently, it's been like since before I graduated college now, so at least 3 years. I think that particular piece of software that the newest software that she was using is at least 3 years old, couple of years old, and it quit working. She quit liking it, so she switched back to Print Artist, and Print Artist is the Print Artist that she's using. Print Artist 25 Gold or Premium, whichever one. It's at least 50. It's at least 12 years old, at least 13 years old, because it doesn't even say that it's designed for Windows 10, only for Windows 7.
Matthew Camp says hello, good evening. Good evening, good to see Matthew. Now I'm trying to figure something out. I pop chat out, but yet I have in YouTube Studio, I have chat. Interesting. In my monitoring tab, I have chat. Interesting. Because over here in the screen in front of me where I pop chat out, I have chat. One of them two ain't supposed to be there. But we all know my system is haunted, so this is weird. I'm going to take pictures of this. I'm going to send Doug an email. Help.
And I tried to get her to use it in a like a virtual machine, and she don't like it. So even if I tell her how to put the virtual machine to full screen, she still don't like it because it requires her to remember to go around, click a bunch of extra buttons, and
you want your mom to use the print program in a virtual machine?
That's what I had originally set up to see how she liked it, because I knew it would work in a Windows 7 virtual machine, but she don't like it.
Because she's going to be better off with Word once she gets accustomed to it.
Right, I think so too. Yep. And you put it on her computer. It's not on a virtual machine, right? It's actually on the computer.
Word is actually on the computer, yes.
Okay, that's good.
And I have not removed the Print Artist or the Print Shop from the computer itself because it's not hurting anything. As long as she doesn't open it or use it, she ain't gonna have any problems, because only those two pieces of software were causing problems and crashing it. But as long as she doesn't use those two pieces of software, it don't matter whether I remove them or they stay there.
Well, to quote our good friend out in Lost Wages, can I ask a dumb question?
Yes.
If it crashes your computer, why in the world would you leave it on the computer? What's the point in leaving a program that crashes your computer on the computer?
Well, I will say this for Alec.
Give her some. I said that wrong. It doesn't actually crash the computer. It doesn't make the computer blue screen. It just the last few times she's tried to use it, the program itself has crashed right in the middle of her trying to do the bulletin, but the computer hasn't crashed like blue screen crash.
Does she ever need to pull up one from a way back as an example or something?
On occasion, but I showed her how to like she can still open it, and then I showed her how to like use the print to PDF. So like instead of printing it to the normal printer, I showed her how to print it so that it saves as a PDF and all of that.
Nice. Very nice. Trying to keep up with chat. BH Ringer got a gold-plated Kennedy $50 and a gold-plated Washington quarter. Tomorrow I'm going to try to catch some coin streams. I don't have anything going on tomorrow that I'm aware of. Well, she's going to get off early. We'll probably go to breakfast somewhere. And then I'm going to try to get up around noon. So I'm not sleeping the entire day away tomorrow.
Lucky.
Well, I got to be up at 5 to go pick her up. I don't know what's so lucky about that. I mean, you want to trade places?
Well, the problem is, Ken, I'm not like you. I can't take nap during the day for 2 hours and not answer anybody's calls. When I go to bed, sometimes I can sleep better than other days, but I can't. Once I get up in the morning, I can't.
But you never fell asleep in your chair.
I may have one time a long time ago, but no.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and announce this presidential bid now tonight. It's been a secret for a while, but Alex will be running for president of Arkansas.
For the most part, I have never fallen asleep in my chair.
I can take a nap and sleep all night still. It doesn't bother me. You would think it would, but it don't.
Because no matter how much I gone in the middle of church or whatever, I'll admit to that. No matter how early I get up or anything, whether it's a Sunday or any other day of the week, I just can't find it in me to take a nap during the day. Or so I basically like on Sunday, it's the longest time of the week that I spend awake. Because if I get up at 8 on Sunday morning and then don't go to bed again until 10, 11 midnight Sunday night, that will put me being up for what, 16 hours?
About that, yeah.
Something like that.
Yep.
And the rest of the week, if I don't have anything else going on, I will. And I'm never too happy about this, because I find that the rest of the week I'm sleeping until 10, 10:30, 11 sometimes. And then my mom, she gets ready to go to bed about 11, and then I'm forced to go to bed because I can't go to bed without her helping me go to bed. So I have to go to bed at 11, which only puts me up for about 12 hours.
Yeah.
Which I'm not too happy about sometimes, but
you'd rather stay up later?
I'd rather stay up, and when I say stay up, I mean physically up, not laying in the bed.
Yeah, I know what you meant.
I'd rather stay physically up and up later and be able to sleep in, at least for now, until I get a job, whether it's work from home or whatever, where I've got to be up 5 days a week at, say, 8 o'clock.
No, you're dreaming if you think you're going to get a job and can sleep in until 8 o'clock.
No, I know.
You'll be getting up at 5:30 every morning.
No, I know if I work somewhere, like I physically have to go somewhere to work, like over here
Well,
at the
yeah.
sheriff's office, I'll be getting up at like 5 o'clock or whatever, 5, 6 o'clock if I need to be at work at 8. Because if I need to be at work at 8, that means we need to leave here by 7. And that's not counting the time it takes.
To get ready to go to work.
No, for my sister to be able to drop me off, and then for her to be on time and all that.
Oh, she gonna if you get the sheriff's job, your sister's gonna take you?
I mean, we've talked about it, but if there's ever a day that she can't, there's always public transportation or my mom. But my mom really wouldn't be happy about it, but she would do it if she had to. And the public transportation really is not that reliable, and so my first priority of preference for transportation would be my sister, because
What
she'd be
time
working.
what's your sister's hours to teach at the college?
She hasn't told me, but based on my goings to college and their hours at my college, I would guesstimate about 8 to 4:30.
Okay. Well, hopefully that
Because
all gets worked out.
About the time I was sitting out there waiting on my transportation at 4 o'clock when I was going to college, that's when the administration, that's when the president and all them would leave. And there was days that I would still be sitting out there an hour or 2 or 3 after they've already left, still waiting on my.
Yeah, it's terrible. And I'm going to ask a couple questions around the panel. Rich, I'm going to guess you got your camera today?
Yeah.
And it's plugged in and working and you have no issues?
Right.
That's the one William sent you?
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, William. I thought that's what you guys were doing. I was listening to you while I was setting things up. I figured that's what you were doing, was setting the camera up. Good.
I was afraid he was talking to me, but I wasn't in the room at the time. I was taking care of other business. So I was afraid he was talking to me and going to put me in the waiting room. That's the reason why I left Zoom after
Okay,
you
we
joined
have
for a little
Alex
bit.
starts with an A, Rich starts with an R. Unless you're a horrible Asian person, how do you get Alex out of Rich? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You're the one that said you thought he was talking to you. Did you get a new camera today, Sunshine? Are you having camera troubles too? I mean, I know your system's perfect.
No.
Are you sure? Then what
I'm
makes
not
you
the
think...
one. I'm not the one with the. I'm not the one with AT&T internet either.
And what's that supposed to mean? What's that got to do with William helping Rich set a camera up?
Nothing.
Well, you said it. Well, hang on. Don't say anything. I'm going to take a poll. Did Alex just say something about AT&T internet?
Yep.
Yes.
Was I not talking about William instructing Rich on how to set his camera up? Oh, I bet Rich has AT&T. You have AT&T, Rich? And what's wrong with AT&T internet?
Actually, everybody has AT&T because everybody's tied in. AT&T's the mother of them all.
Chris is right. So in a way, everybody has AT&T, some form or fashion or another.
Yeah, mother is part of the word I'd use to describe AT&T.
Well, I got that from Mother Bell.
Yeah, well, I used to be Ma
Bell. Yeah.
Ma Bell.
A friend of mine used to have a sticker on his car back when it was all one system years ago. It had the bell symbol on the back, and the sticker said, "We don't care. We don't have to."
I'm
No.
gonna
Yeah, I
try
mean, most of the
something
regional.
here. I'm gonna see if I can do something here real quick. So I had to grab this screenshot today, William, when you went back to help Doug out when he was trying his Zoom thing. I don't know what the shock was when he did that, but I was like, oh, hurry up, let me get a screenshot of this.
I'm looking at barbecue sauce, and then I clicked off.
He was looking at Josh Kinder's barbecue sauce. He's got a new sponsor.
It didn't. I looked at the video though. It didn't say Josh. It just said Kinder's.
So he's got to spell it out for you.
And they know how to spell Kinder's. Kinder, barbecue sauce company. It's Kinder without the space.
Right.
Josh is with the space.
Right, because Josh thinks people will call him Kinder. And by splitting it up, they have to call him Kinder.
Actually, the way he's spelling it now is more like kinder.
Yeah, depends. I mean, I can see his point. I really can. Close some things here.
If anybody wanted to call him Kinder, they just do it just to make him mad.
Yeah, just to be teasing him, of course. I think we've done that one or two times as well. And I think he sees it. It's all in good humor. At least I hope that he does. Speaking of Mr. Kinder, where's he at tonight? Has he got a live stream going? Is he playing?
Haven't heard from him.
Is he playing Fortnite? I know Doug played Fortnite late tonight. I got a notification of that.
No idea.
Well, you're slipping in your duties then, aren't you?
He hasn't called me today. I guess me not answering him yesterday give him a hint.
I don't know. Why don't you call him and ask him? We'll wait. Go ahead. Let me throw you over in your favorite place to be while you call him. How long are you going to talk to him if you get him on the phone?
As short of a time as I can.
Well, that doesn't work because I need to know what time I'm bringing you out of the waiting room. An hour? Hour and a half?
Maybe a minute.
3 days.
Long Dog says, I think Alex is looking for his AT&T sponsorship by mentioning the company being live on YouTube. Sponsorship is where the money's at. Yeah, it is. I mean, if you can get away with not having to hawk a product that you really have no interest in or like, I mean, that's one of the few things I agree with Carrie on.
Here lately, I've been seeing Facebook ads for whatever they call Facebook post or whatever from Windstream advertising that they have 8 gig speed. And my first thought is, yes, I know businesses can use that, but they're trying to market it to residential customers, and most residential customers don't even have anything beyond a gig as far as like their home network and their computer stuff.
And that's their problem. How?
Better yet, you don't run an ad blocker on your system when you're on Facebook?
I do, but it doesn't. This wasn't an ad. It was Windstream posting on their page, whatever it's called.
I mean, you said okay. Well, that
gig 8 gig, and of course, my first thought is, why are y'all wasting y'all's time?
Wintermute dropped the link from.
when no one other than a business can benefit from.
There will be people who want it.
And there'll be businesses that might want it. So you were on Facebook on Windstream's page, in other words, right?
No, it showed up in my news feed, but yeah, pretty much.
Do you follow Windstream?
Yeah, I like their page. I just like reading the comments. Because if you click on any of their posts, if you click on the comment section on any of their posts on Facebook, you will see a horrendous amount of people complaining about how the service is crappy, the service don't work, and then you might see an occasional 2 or 3, maybe 4 people saying how they love the service or they don't have any problems. And the best I can figure is that's because the majority of the people that have their services either can't get fiber yet or just live way out in the middle of absolute nowhere where they're not gonna take the time to run the fiber.
Kind of like me.
Or possibly they can get fiber and they don't want to get it because it costs too much money. Wintermute dropped the link for I Play FPRTNITE, streamed 4 hours ago from Joshy.
I watched some of that, and Zen Jack was jumping on me again.
Yeah, I don't know. Could not tell you. Is he still live, I wonder, or is it over? I guess I could go look at the link. You open that up. So, Rich, how you liking your new camera?
I like it.
Apparently, he went for about 3 hours and 6 minutes. What it says here. And he's trying to log into somebody. He's trying to log into his own Zoom. At the end.
Trying to do something.
Hey, he's got Zoom up and he's putting his email in.
That's the end of it.
Oh, is that to wait? Is this to log into Zoom? I wonder. No, that's to go to someone's. Yeah, that's toward the end. Interesting. And you know, I got somebody needs to get a hold of him and let him know he just showed his email and his password on the live stream. Oh my goodness.
And because it's Josh, I can confirm that that's the same password.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
He uses for a bunch of websites, a bunch. So
Alex, help him out. Don't tell everybody. Help him out.
I'll get a hold of him in a little bit, or try to anyway. I think he's up at his Aunt Mary's.
It's not like I'm telling everybody what the password is. I won't do that. I'm just saying that if the wrong person gets a hold of it and they figure it out, he'll be up a creek with no paddle.
What if he's got a motorboat like Doug's going to have tomorrow?
I wouldn't trust him. With a motor.
You don't trust Doug with the motorboat?
No, I'm talking about Josh. I wouldn't even trust him with my wheelchair.
What about me? Would you let me drive your wheelchair? Go ahead, William. Say it again. We both talk.
He's going out with Josh on a boat with a wheelchair?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You might break it.
We could fix your wheelchair.
Whoa. What makes you think I'd break your wheelchair? Sometime between now and the next 21 minutes would be a good answer.
I don't know. I just
you could use Alex for an anchor.
You're 6'4". You're a pretty big guy. So I thought,
But you've claimed many times that you weigh more than I do, and my height has nothing to do with it.
No, I don't. Last time I went to the doctor, I only weighed 215.
Yeah, you're a little under me, but way back when you said that you weighed more than I did, there's no way you know that you're gonna ever weigh more than I do. Well, I don't know if you keep eating like you're eating. What'd you eat today at the family reunion? Did anybody else get to eat anything at all?
That's cool. Yes, he did. As a matter of fact, my mom made some kind of angel food, popular and cool with dessert, and almost all of that was eaten, and it was a big 9 by 13 pan.
How much of that did you get?
Uh, a little bit because I had a bunch of
9
a
by
bunch of
13, this much. How much did you get? Oh, I got a little bit. I got like this much.
because I got a lot of other desserts too. You know, that's the best part of the potluck is the dessert. You know, people always there's always seems to be more desserts than real food.
Well, it's all real food. I mean, would
I'm
you have
sorry.
ribs?
No, believe it or not, I have never ever been to any potluck, regardless of what it is, church or whatever, that they serve that that they serve ribs, shrimp, or steak. I've never, we've had pulled pork, but I've never been to any kind of potluck or family gathering or church gathering where they actually have actual ribs that are still on the bone, or steaks, or shrimp. My only guess as to why not is because it would cost too much to have that kind of food for that many people, especially when you don't know how many people's going to show up. So you got to have more food because you don't want to run out. Which actually happened one day at church. We had a potluck after Sunday morning service, and we ran out of chicken. But I could tell you why. Because I know for a fact it was my mom that ordered. She didn't. She didn't order enough.
So you didn't go to someone's house. You had this in like a park or someplace like that?
No, we had this at one of our family members that goes to church that goes to a church out in the country somewhere. It's like it's like a white country church. They got permission to use their fellowship hall, so we had it there. Just a very small church building on the side of the road. So that's
All right.
where we had it.
Jeff, you want to bring us up to date on the hurricane that may or may not hit you?
Well, I'm just looking at just rain in the forecast. I was just looking at the one for our area. Tried the search thing from Google for our area, and then I tried weather.com. Forecast. It's showing about the same thing. The number of days of rain has been scoped back about 2 days from what I said the other night. It's getting close. Well, they know more of the track of the hurricane, I guess, so that lets them make a better forecast.
Matthew,
we haven't had a
link.
lot of heavy rain today. It's just been drizzle, but almost all day long.
Yeah.
The last 2 days ahead of that, we actually had 5 to 10 minutes at times where it came down pretty hard. We had water at the intersection. I live on South Maryland Parkway area. And there just isn't a lot of storm sewer volume available here. I mean,
Right.
it overwhelms the drains in the streets pretty readily once it starts to come down hard. And not only what hit the streets, but the ground is so hard here, nothing soaks in. It just all runs off into the street. why we have such flooding here.
Sam's got a picture showing the. Wow.
And so, well,
That thing goes if that thing goes like straight north, you're gonna get hit pretty good.
I suspect it's kind of going to go like that. I don't think it's going to come back on us much. Let me see if I can get onto the.
Thank you, Sam.
They're saying it's going to be about Category 1, about landfall.
I'm at.
You're gonna hit as a hurricane or tropical storm.
And it should drop to tropical depression.
Depression. Okay.
That's still pretty strong.
About 85-mile-an-hour winds for tropical for Category 1. Drops about 75 for the depressions.
It can knock out power.
85-mile-an-hour winds do a lot of things.
Yeah.
I just wonder if I could hit my golf ball straight in 85-mile-an-hour winds.
It'd be interesting.
As long as there's no lightning, I'd be out there trying it.
But I don't know how much California has reinforced their infrastructure.
I have a new sponsor. It's called Yeti.
Every time you show it, you get a penny.
Probably. No, I am not, Jim. But I kid you not, I would go out in some strong winds and hit a golf ball or two just to see what the. I mean, it's not realistic. You're not going to play in that strong a wind. Today actually was perfect. Huh?
If you had by near your house, you could just sit there and hit and see what a golf ball would do.
I used to actually practice in the house when I had taller ceilings, but I'm not going to do that here. I played 3 times this week, so that's pretty good.
West Coast channels on this.
I wonder how many people, if they do get, say, 100-mile-an-hour wind, are going to try to drive out and see what it looks like, and anything other than a certain tank.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be somebody that would want to go check it out and see what it's like. Most people are going in the opposite direction for stuff like that, but I'm not going to mention any names or anything, but if I'm going to hit a golf ball on an 85-mile-an-hour wind, I got to go to where the wind's at.
Just looking at the National Weather Service forecast for a hurricane, they've got tropical storm warning as far north as Barstow, California. Far east is 29 Palms, and then in that same area, you're getting high wind warning, tropical storm warning, etc. Our area, southern Las Vegas, Nevada, is sort of a flash flood watch, the whole area. I mean, whatever we get runs off. I mean, if you get a quarter of an inch of rain up in the mountains around the Las Vegas Valley, you get a flash flood in the valley.
Oh, yeah.
The agency that my ex-son-in-law works for is called Las Vegas Stronger. Their main thing is doing drug rehab for high-risk people. I mean, homeless and find out in the streets. And they've been going out this weekend trying to get people out of the storm drains who live in those things. Almost every year, somebody dies in one of those when you have a flash flood.
Mm-hmm.
But
these are storm drains. I'm talking about maybe 10 feet high and maybe 15 or 16 feet wide that run underground. The whole valley here has a tremendous storm runoff system. We're not done yet. They spent $2 billion already over the last 25 to 30 years, and they got about another $1 billion to spend yet.
But the only time I see maybe the turn real bad for you past the tropical storm depression would be if you got a large body of waters that are warm you can go over.
Yeah. Well, from what the National Weather Service is saying, it says for our Las Vegas area, Sunday into Monday looks to be the highest impact. 1 to 2 inches of rain is expected in Las Vegas, which is a lot of rain to get at one time here.
Yeah,
We
it
only
is.
average about 3 inches a year. So,
Interesting reading.
yeah,
There's a
It'll be 1 to 2
desert
inches
turn
here.
green.
Higher amounts out in the desert.
Does a desert turn green after a big rain like that, Jeff?
Some places do, particularly in the spring. Death Valley, when they get rain, has tremendous wildflower blooms. The difficulty is when they get that much rain, it usually washes out a bunch of roads, so you can't drive in to see them.
Right.
And actually, it's in California, not too far into it.
Looks like it's
But
going
it
to
is.
cool things off though too.
Yep.
61
Oh,
Monday.
yeah, well, it's like
Return to
75
rain.
here right now, which I mean, it's 75 degrees August in Las Vegas.
Yeah, really.
Nice relief though
Yeah.
from that 100 and what was it, 109 you had the other day.
Yeah, well, I mean, typically here we have a few days up around 115. The heat we have been having though, with all of this moisture and everything, it's unusual to have that much humidity here and still have the heat. So people don't like that here. I mean, you talk about a dry heat, and dry heat is still hot.
Yep.
But when it's humid and 100, it's a lot different.
Could see that gray on my display there. That's the
Yep.
cloud cover, and you're going to see right during that rain
Reno, okay.
peak of that the dark there.
Yep. Yep.
So that's going to be unusual to have a cloudy day also.
Yeah, well, we were overcast most of the day. We didn't get a lot of downpour. It's been drizzling most of the day off and on.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of roofers having business in that area in California and that.
Yep.
Because I don't know what wind speed your roofs are engineered for.
Don't know. I mean, like my tiles, I think are more concrete than clay tiles, but the worst thing is whatever covering you've got on your roof boards is really what keeps the water out. The tiles just protect that cover.
Yeah.
And so the first house I owned out here, when we were having the inspection, the inspector found what looked like a tiny little leak in the garage. And because of that, somebody had to go and find where it actually came. And there was just a very small rip in the tar paper was what was used on the other house anyway. And so they had to recover that or seal it somehow, and then everything was fine. But if the wind blows the water up underneath all these curved tiles and you got a hole in the paper, well, you get water inside.
Yeah.
29 Palms. Were you there, Sam?
Yes, I've been there.
Drove by it
That's
many
about
times.
on the National Weather Service site, that's about the upper edge of the high wind warning and the eastern edge of the tropical storm warning, just down in the corner.
Yeah, I see
Click
that.
on 29 Palms and see what they show.
Yeah, let's do that.
Airport 75 there now. Supposed to be Sunday night, 90% chance of heavy rain and wind. Sunday, 70 to 100% chance. Yeah. So, yeah, 29 Palms is going to have heavy rain the next 4 days.
BH Ringer.
Yeah.
Been raining so much here, I wear a mask and snorkel to bed.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Flood warnings, flash flood warnings too.
Yep. Yeah,
We're
we've
pretty
got a
much-
flash flood warning through, let's see, next several days. See, this is a long thing. Wonder
Now,
how much.
William, don't you have a storm headed your way?
This tropical depression's off the. It's still a long ways off.
Okay, we have a flash flood watch
It's
through
not even named yet.
Monday afternoon.
Oh, looks like a little pocket of rain down there in southern Indiana. A little bit of cloud cover.
It probably was strengthened if by the time it hits the Jamaica Islands and that.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Go ahead and bring.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've been.
OBS over here.
Yeah, I'm looking around for another TV provider here, but I'm not sure what to do. Direct TV is in.
Across the country, yeah, it's. Yeah. Yeah. That's Sam. I'm running the scroll to end the show, and I want to just give the generic shout out to everybody. John Aloy, good evening. Have a good week. We'll see you next Friday. Hope to see you here. Try to stay cool this week. It's probably going to be warm everywhere, especially if it's 100 degrees here in Indiana. Winter Meat says good night. Tony says good night. Thank you, gentlemen, and anyone else that may have showed up. I appreciate you being here. And I didn't start the stream deck, so I can't put the thing for the Zoom credentials. It's KS, I don't know what it is. K Stout Zoom with the 0. You guys know what it is. Bye. Let me blur there. Let's try this. I'm gonna blur my screen. We'd be sitting here all night if I'm waiting for it to kill my stream, because it's not gonna kill my stream.